Hey Karen, how you doing? All right, so I'm looking at your composition and I see that there's no JPEG or PDF submitted with this. So you'll have to excuse me. There's no way for me to zoom in, and I can zoom in doing a system zoom, but I don't think you'll see that. I just did one, so if you didn't see it, you won't see it. So at any rate, that's why it's always great to submit either a JPEG or a PDF. Preferably a PDF in conjunction with placing the work in line with your post, and that way I can get in there and I can really start zooming in and take a look without having to scroll up and down like this and do some other things. So um, okay, so I found your writing to be really super effective, and I think it's really important that student designers take their writing very seriously because it teaches us a lot about the way you're learning. When I say us, I mean we instructors. It really, really points to how you're learning and the quality of learning therein. So I just think that it's really super effective writing. So I want to address some of your writing. So you talk about at the airplane September 11th. I gathered that as soon as I looked at this. Um, I saw her pensive mood, and I immediately made the connection between with 9/11 and those losses therein, and the somber attitude of the nation for the following 10 years, if not even still today. So I got it. I get it. I get the narrative, and I think it's outstanding. A really nice job, Karen. You're telling a story here. Okay. Okay. So the main thing I'm looking at is the compositional integrity, and there's a couple of things that I can see. Now, I'm going to do that system zoom I talked about, but I can see this part of the airplane could be that the selection could be a little bit more effective right there. And right here, we see some jagged edges, and that's indicative of a need for refinement of selection. So think about that. Oh, I zoomed in so that cursor may not have been pointing where it should have been, but I'm talking about right here, this area here, and this area right here. You may have to refine the selection there. You might want to check that. Let me zoom in. The girl looks pretty good. That selection looks very good. Yeah, there's no indication of the original background therein, so that's fantastic. Okay, let's talk about light source. I think you're okay, but theoretically and technically, you've got differing light sources here. It's really difficult to determine, and the trained eye won't spot this. I mean, an untrained eye won't spot this, but I saw it immediately, and it's really, when we take a look at the background image, we can see that the sun is probably up here somewhere, and it's probably like up here, but not far back, because we can see that the sun is reflecting a shadow on the clouds, and that shadow is down here, meaning that the light source would be up here somewhere, right? But when we take a look at her background, the light source seems to be a much, much more above, like over here, as we can see on the shadows on her background. Now, as I said, I don't see that as problematic in this specific composition, but moving forward in your composite work in Photoshop, you definitely want to keep light source in mind. Definitely. Um, yeah, okay. That selection. Love the new selection tool. Select subject is a game changer. I mean, listen, I'm going to tell you something. Back in the day, we used to have to select things with the pen tool and with quick masking, and it was aggravating, rewarding at the same time, but it was very, very, very time consuming. So for somebody like me who's been using Photoshop for over 20 years, I look back and I see I see, actually it's been longer than 20 years, but I look back and I see some of the primitive tools in earlier versions of Photoshop. I look at where it's come today and I'm like, wow, just incredible. And that select subject is a game changer. It really, really, you can't use select subject without refining I mean, very, very few instances can you use select subject without refining the selection. So it's a great tool nonetheless. So thanks for including that in your synopsis of your experience with the assignment. Okay, great job. Boy, I'll tell you, I don't really have any comments or suggest. I do want to mention one thing though. These lines right here, are these telephone lines? I don't know what these are. They seem to be. I just can't figure out what these lines are. Right here, they're radiating from here. Okay, we've got three of them coming up this way. We got another 3 coming out this way. There's another 2 over here, and then there's 1 over here. So take a look at that and see if you can determine what that is. Okay, really great job. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. I'll be glad to make any clarifications necessary. Thank you very much.